What's up, everybody? How you doing? Welcome back to Poot's Garage. Thanks for all the likes, comments, and subscribes. We're doing great. So today we are getting into finishing this concrete floor. I'm going to show you the product I'm using and I guess just how we're going to do it. First off, this is what we're going to be using for this whole floor transformation. Now, the main product we're using is this Legacy Industrial. It's called, I didn't set this up very well, Hellfire Concrete Coating. This is a kind of a high temperature coating. It's got like metal or something mixed in with the paint, and it's good for welding and, you know, I don't know, hot things. Like if you do like a epoxy floor, you risk burning it and making burn marks on it if you do a lot of welding or fabricating and stuff. So I wanted something a little more durable. So we're going with this stuff. It goes on like a paint. It's not thick like epoxy, so it's not going to fill, you know, cracks and holes or imperfections. But from what I've seen online, the color of it is kind of cool. It's kind of a dull silver or dull metallic gray. I don't know. We'll find out. We're gonna see if it comes out good. So in order to put that stuff down, first we got to do some concrete etch. This is going to be, obviously it's Valspar. It cleans it, degreases, and etches all in one. Reviews seem okay online. It's what they have local to me, so we're gonna go with that. Yeah, and then obviously we just got rollers and stuff. This brush is a nice stiff deck cleaning brush. We'll use that to scrub the concrete with the cleaner. But yeah, I think we'll be all right here. The concrete here isn't very dirty. It's got a few spots. This is where they spilled some paint at one point. That wasn't me. That looked like a battery leaked. But there's not too much grease that I really have to worry about. This here was my fault. That was a can of, you know, a PVC pipe primer that broke open and I didn't notice. So it's all over there. But for the most part, everything's pretty clean. All we're gonna be focusing on today is just getting this 1/3 done. I don't have enough of the cleaner to do the entire garage right now. They didn't have enough at the store, so I gotta source some more of that, but I have enough to do 1/3, which will get me started. All right, so I've cleaned this floor as good as I can. I've vacuumed it, I've swept it, I've reversed the shop vac and blown it out, and then I went through and I scraped anything like anything chunky off the floor, some paint chips and glue, whatever. So it's clean. Next step for the cleaning and etching process is I got to spray it down with the garden hose. I got that all set up. And then I'm going to use just a garden sprayer to spray the stuff down, and then I got to spray it. Sounds like the worst thing that can happen to this is if the concrete already has a sealer on it. But it looks like it's soaking in most of the water, so it shouldn't be sealed. Alright, so we got this stuff loaded up in here. Oh yeah, look at it, it's foaming up already. That's what it's supposed to do, it's just a fizz, it's an acid. So the instructions claim that it covers 250 square foot per gallon of this stuff, but everybody's reviews online have shown that it covers about half that. So I got 2 gallons to cover 250 square feet basically. Oops. Oh, we're doing all right here. Let me get this thing coated good. Definitely fizzes up. Stop. And we got the deck brush. Start scrubbing this thing down real good. Alright, first section I have scrubbed and washed off. We sprayed it. I did notice where this stuff puddles up, like over here where I kind of hit the spot of light primer that was on the ground. And then where the puddle flowed to is extremely rough, so it definitely eats the stuff up. It's definitely an acid, so wear your gloves. Spray it on. I noticed it seems to like it with a little less water, so I swept off the puddled water. When there's no water on the ground, you see it foam up like instantly. Kind of fizzes like an acid should, I guess. So use a little less water. Got a heavy spot there where the water's been leaking and built up a layer. And we're covering pretty good. I haven't even used half of the 1 gallon bottle and I'm halfway done. So I'm not sure how people are using too much of this stuff. Maybe they're putting it on a lot thicker than I am. I don't know. All right, so we are done with this section. Check it out. This section is actually drying already. Recommends 4 hours of dry time. Probably depends on where you live. Since we are in Nevada and it's sunny and it's like 75 out, it's gonna dry pretty quick. Now, I only did this third so far. I used less than 1 gallon of that cleaner. That cleaner is supposed to cover basically this whole spot. Everybody online said it covers half of that. So I don't know what everybody online does different. I don't know if they're not wetting the floor like you're supposed to or what, and they're just trying to soak the whole thing in the product itself. But it seems to be working the way it should be. It definitely cleans. It's definitely acidic. You can see where it ate some spots away. It definitely scrubbed the grease spots away. A couple little spots that were actually there. You can tell it's very acidic because, let's see if we can get down close here, find a spot. Right there, you see how rough it is right there? It took the, sorry, I'm trying to zoom in. Not trying to zoom, just focus. It definitely ate the top layer off. And it did that in everywhere that there was like a heavy puddle of it. Like right there. And it did it over here. So it's definitely acidic. It's good stuff. I think it works good. It seems to cover like they say. So just follow the instructions, I guess. From here, since I still have enough to do the next section, I am now going to clean this next section. I've already vacuumed it and swept it all day today. This thing is struggling to focus, isn't it? Sorry. So we're gonna go ahead and wash the second section out now. That way I have enough paint to do both of these sides. So hopefully this weekend we'll have the big section of the garage done. All right, we are done cleaning the floor. What you think? It's funny, it looks like speckled in the screen, but I don't see that in real life. I guess I kind of see it. But anyways, yeah, this thing is clean. Clean. I would eat off this right now. There's still a couple little damp spots here and there that need to dry. But, like you can see this area that we didn't clean versus area that we did clean. Yeah, maybe you can't tell. I can tell, it looks a lot better. There you go, you can kind of see clean on the left, dirty on the right. So yeah, looks good. I like it. You can see there's a couple spots, like that spot there is a wet spot, still hasn't dried. This spot that was here, some sort of a stain that was on the ground, but it's definitely I don't know, paint's gonna adhere to it. This area here was where that paint had been spilled previously. I think this area here was the big white spot, and then this here had the lines. You can see there's a couple little remnants of it, but I'm not worried about it. Trying to get this thing to focus. Here we go. But yeah, we are clean now. The dark spots are still damp here. It's still drying out. Damp in the corner there. And then it's got that soft, I don't know what it is, like expansion joint type material. So that'll be wet for a while. So I'm gonna let this dry overnight so that it's perfectly dry. And then tomorrow I gotta run to the store, get some more paint pan liners because I forgot to buy those. I got everything else I need. And I'm gonna start putting coats on these two sections. I believe I'm doing 3 coats total. I think that's what the instructions said. So I'll have to go double check that. But yeah, I think the thing that's gonna take the longest is I'm probably gonna have to brush paint the curbs on the ends. So I'll have to do all that by hand. I'll probably have to use a brush down all the cracks. But yeah, for the most part, I think it should go fairly quick. Hopefully by the end of tomorrow, we'll be painted. And good afternoon. Today, this is the next day after we washed this. Everything looks great. Everything's dry. It's about 75 degrees and 15% humidity, I believe. So you can see I'm just starting to do the coating. Stuff is kind of crazy. It's very metallic-y. It's like metallic paint when you mix it. You know how it just changes how light it is and stuff. And so that's it going on. I think it dries kind of a duller silver look. But yeah, we're just gonna start doing the curb all the way around, and then I'll probably go do the cracks all the way around. I'm not sure how long I'm gonna go between coats, 2 to 3 coats of this stuff. Yeah, kind of depends on temperature and humidity, I guess. So I think it says anywhere from like 2 to 6 hours between coats. So we shall see. So yeah, we're just gonna start painting this up. As you can see, we are painting the floor now. I've gone around and did all the edges. Stuff goes on really nice, smooths out. Brush is good, rolls good. It's very, what do you call it? Like wire, very thin paint, you know. But it's working out pretty good. I like it. I'm a little worried it's going to come out completely silver. I don't want completely silver, but too late to stop now. First coat is done. Whew. As you can see, it's still daylight, so that only took me, I don't know, an hour or 2. It's going on very silvery. Hopefully it doesn't turn out straight silver when it's done. In the video, you can see it's got some darkness to it, so I think what's happening is, because they say the first coat takes a lot more because it soaks it up into the concrete. So it's probably soaking up all the solvents and leaving the metal flake behind, so it's very silvery. Hopefully it's not straight silver when it's done, but whatever, it'll be something different, that's for sure. But it looks good. It goes on easy, very easy to roll. Yeah, we are done with the first coat. I kind of got things packed up. That first coat took about 1 full can is empty, and that one there is, I don't know, 1/4 to half full, so can and a half. About a can and a half to do basically a 2-car garage. We're gonna do probably, I think I'm just gonna do 3 coats. I think I've got enough. Yeah, I should have enough to do 3 coats on this whole thing. So yeah, I'll probably do maybe just a second coat on the curbing. Yeah, I'll do quick down the cracks again, and then yeah, we'll just do 3 full coats on the main surface. So yeah, I'm excited to see how this cures, how it dries out and stuff. So. Check it out, we're all done. Woo, finally. So, after the 3rd coat last night at about, must have been about 3 a.m. in the morning, this is cured now. It's extremely echoey, so sorry for that. What are we at? About almost 4 o'clock right now, p.m. So it's been curing for about 12 hours. It's very dry, feels very smooth, feels great, looks great. So let me give you a closer look. All right, so this is the finished product. You can see, you do see some of the roller marks on the ground. I assume a lot of that might actually go away as it kind of, you know, gets used and kind of wears off a little bit. But you can see it's nice. It has a real nice sheen. It almost, at first glance, just looks like really clean concrete. But then you'll kind of notice that it actually has kind of a silver metallic-y look to it. Let's see if we can get down to the ground here. Probably not sure if you'll be able to see anything here, but it's kind of neat. It's a neat color. It's probably going to be pretty slippery. Trying to get focus in. Probably be kind of slippery if it gets wet, but that's okay. Just don't get it wet. You can see we got the curbs. I'm going to try and finish off some of them gaps with some sort of, like, you know, that plastic edging material or something. But kind of clean things up a little bit. But yeah, this part is done. If you do this at night with the lights on and the garage door open like I did, this will attract a lot of bugs. So it's actually mainly this area for some reason. Right in the center, it's covered in little gnats and a couple of moths. They kind of flew in and stuck to it. So they'll wear off. They'll dry up and wear off, poor guys. But I guess that's just the price you pay for doing this stuff at night with all the lights on and everything. But it looks great. I like it. Every coat kind of came out a little better and a little better. So let me just show you the difference here. So this was probably 1st or 2nd coat, basically a 1st coat because it's fresh concrete there. But you can see how silvery it was, and then as it went on, it got darker and darker with each coat. So I'm glad it darkened up to where it is now. It looks great. So I think we'll call this quits.